and I just scorched the number on. You just basically scratch it out of the dirt. No damage or nothing. 1, 2. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But you could do 1, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. You can do however you want. So I know when I get under here, it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I just try to make it simple on myself. You can do it the technical way or whatever works for you, but I know they're going back in the same spot. So that's the way I like to do it. All right, next I'm gonna get these end caps off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inspect the bearings. Okay, so all of them loose. Let's pray we don't see anything crazy. All right, time to inspect the caps, the bearings. Down here, this one looks pretty worn. Don't look bad though. Feel the grooves. Yeah, it was getting there. I don't see it in there. At the top. It's a gouge in it. But that's not important. The crank is what you want to make sure. It's nothing crazy looking. Let's do that like that. That's number 1. Two. This one looks better. Same gouges and pitting at the top. Still not bad though. Just pray everything looks the same. Pray it all look the same. Do it the same way. There's a little something on the edge. You all can see it. It don't look bad for 300,000 though. Not at all. Like I said, you just want to make sure the crank's good for the most part. And yeah, the crank's good, man. Put your new parts back in. Send it for another 300,000 miles. So I'm just gonna guess the last one looks good too, so I'm gonna cut it off and then turn it back on once I start getting the pistons out. Okay, all right, I left the last piston in here so I can show y'all how I do it. So I leave the crank on, or I put it back on, whichever, for this one, for this process, so I can rotate it fairly easy. So you can do it with the crank bolt, but this is not the first motor I ever touched that spins easy, so it's easier to just pull on the flywheel to rotate it. Let me put the phone up. Push it down. Boom, got it out. Inspect. Connect them back together. The bolts back on. Now I'm gonna take this flywheel back off now, since I don't need it. Then put it back over with all the parts. Oh, what else can we do? We can take the freeze plugs out. So the way you take these out, you get a socket the same size, and you'll bang on the socket with a hammer. So you can go hopefully see if I got my other 1/2 inch. So yes, I do. I mean, no, I don't. Could've swore it was here though. Dang. Well, you can use any socket to take it out, but the same size to put it back in. So I'm gonna go and do that right now. All right, I left my motor rebuilding box at the house too. So yeah, I'm gonna go get all that stuff. All right, so when you're doing these freeze plugs, the goal is to just take it from flat to sideways and not let it go all the way in. So if it does go all the way in, don't worry, you're still fine. Usually I have a pair of needle nose pliers. They are in my motor rebuild box. You'll take them with your needle nose and pull this freeze plug all the way out. So I'm just gonna stick on the rim like this and work it, pulling that baby out. So just like that. So usually after a while these become corroded and they eventually leak, or somebody put water in the coolant and it get cold outside and they blow out, and then you have a freeze plug leak, which sucks right here because you literally have to take the motor mount off and lift the motor up, or use like a rubber cheap DIY. You can look it up. Rubber what's it called? Dang, rubber freeze plug. You can look that up. But yeah, I'm gonna knock all these out, and then yeah, we just do what I can with the limited tools I got right now. So yeah. So we back at it. Got a lot of tools today. Hopefully we can get the whole thing broken down. Y'all see me doing right here is double nutting, because it's not even working. Let's tighten this up some more. Get a wrench. Loosen it up so I can still be able to get these babies apart. Anyway, I gotta do that for this bottom one. Once I do both of those, I'm gonna cut it back on. All right, here we got a harmonic balancer puller. I bought this to pull steering wheels. but this is the first harmonic bounce it's gonna pull. See, it's all clean and stuff. So how this tool works is got these 3-threaded holes, and you line it up and you put 3 bolts in. So hopefully I got 3 bolts that could fit. Cause I might just have to go with 2. So let's see what we got. These all look the same size. All right, we good. I think all 3 of these are the same. All right, that's in there. Let me go get my impact. You don't need to drill this in hard or far. It ain't no certain torque, but it just got to be on there. Matter of fact, I'll put this on right now so I don't have any problems. Put this tip in or you'll damage the crank. Like that. And go all in. Now I'm getting a little resistance. And come out, make this flat again. Tighten all these bolts. Now, the way this tool works, just like you see, so it's holding on to this harmonic bouncer puller and pushing into the crank, which is gonna pull it out. This part on LS engines with the gear puller, I use the impact, but oh man, I put the flywheel back on and flywheel hold the tool back on. It's not gonna work. Just for ease, and I know I'm not damaging nothing, I'm gonna do it with the impact. Came out pretty smooth. See, nothing's damaged. It's good. Somebody put RTV right here, so it could not come out, but not come out on its own, but it's pretty cool. Now that we got this off, we can take the whole timing cover off, the gear for the crank, gear for the, well, give me 1 second, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna take this off. Yeah, the baby ain't got no torque. All this gotta get cleaned out. It's a nice chain. Might go back on. The chain that came with the kit, kind of small, so yeah. I was gonna get a double roller. Contact on and see what he wanna do. I can go get it from what that place? Man, I should have got my other gear pullers too. I can get the crank out like this, so that'd be cool. AutoZone. You can get a double roller chain and sprocket from there. But 313mm bolts, and then you can get the timing gear off